All right, Leona Yasuo. So this is a combination that we had tried very early into the format after Leona got introduced like 2 card drops ago. 3 card drops technically with KDA. Yasuo is a champion that's only ever had fringe success, really. And part of that is Yasuo is a card that has a tough time meeting his level up requirement without putting a bunch of mediocre cards in your deck. So Yasuo levels based on stuns and recalls, and whenever you stun or recall something, he deals damage to it, and then eventually he starts striking it. The trick or the tough part about Yasuo is that in the games where you don't draw Yasuo, you tend to be left with a bunch of mediocre cards that are just like stuns and recalls that aren't very good without your key payoff in Yasuo. So Leona's interesting to pair with him in that she's just a good card that happens to stun something when she comes into play. So like this deck is basically trying to just play Yasuo as a 4/4 quick attack that's decent, that also incidentally is playing the individually playable stun cards. So like Concussive Palm and Leona, these are good Runeterra cards that we're not playing explicitly to enable Yasuo, but also do enable him if you happen to draw him, which I think is a neat way to approach it. I'm interested to see how this deck plays out. There are some slightly more questionable things like sneaky Zeebles, but I also think, in addition to the artwork on this card being simply gorgeous, this card's probably close to playable on its own. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen it pop up before, so this card on its own could enable Yasuo very, very easily on its own. It stuns all enemies with power 2 or less, so we could get 2, 3, even 4 stuns out of this in some matchups, which is sweet. And, like, 3/3 elusive for 5 is, like, an okay rate, right? Like, there's a Bilgewater 4/4 elusive for 5, so, like, pretty close to that stat line with a come into play effect that also enables Yasuo. So let's go ahead and dive on in some games with this. I'm interested to see how it feels. I think this is a really neat take on the Yasuo archetype / card. Yeah, Zeebles is not a card we were able to play last time we tried this archetype. Zeebles is a new card in the latest card drop. How long have I been a streamer for? So my Twitch channel has been partnered for a little over 5 years now. I have 1 or 2 60-month subs that have been here for the entire time. And then I probably was streaming for a year or 2 before I got Twitch partner. I've been streaming as a full-time job for, probably 2.5 years now. Yeah, winter 2018, like January, February 2018 was when I hit enough subscribers to push this into being an actual job. Tradesies? This is why we opened on attacks. Would really like a 2 or 3 mana card to play this turn. Perfect. Let's see if they open. They did not open on attack, so I get to play this as a brick wall, and now Pale Cascade is on for this. What a perfect draw. Also, for folks that are new, in addition to my YouTube channel I plugged, I have a website that not only organizes my content, but I keep a page of Runeterra deck lists up there that are all off-meta decks that I think are sweet and fun. Keep my preferred deck lists up there for those deck lists, as well as videos of me playing each of them. And I just redid the deck page yesterday, so it's fancy and slick. I'm really, really happy with it. Spent like an hour and a half playing with WordPress plugins. Pretty happy with the result. Looks good. Do I want to drop her? She's not leveled yet. I think I just want to always Sunny. I don't think I need a Steel Tempest this turn. Stun the scout. I guess this does stun, but she's not attacking into this anyways, right? It could go either way. All right, holding up the Steel Tempest has some upside.
Carry her light across the mountain.
I do suppose that this does too with the Yasuo, which is nice. Do I tend to get art stuff done for my Runeterra list? I'm not sure. Maybe? Super rewarded for holding up Steel Tempest. This is a card I need to remember exists with Star Shaping. Go get it is a lot of mana. How do you feel about just opening on attacks here? I think I'm into it.
I face my fate. Your turn.
I have a Concussive Palm to stun something if they have a combat trick. And then here's something kind of neat. So this is something that doesn't come up a ton. Tail of the Dragon, when it's recalled, it transforms back into Concussive Palm. So we get to play Conspirator here and pick this back up. And have Concussive Palm in our hand again. I do a revisit to Jinx and Tree. Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
The quiet of the woods. There's nothing like it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just like hunting thresher geese. Hold nothing back.
Maybe I am supposed to Yone there. That's fair. I think I just let Leona die here. I think we do this and see what they do. And then I get to play Yone. Yeah, because now I get to Yone, stun you, stun.
Does the wind flee or does it follow?
Yeah, because Yasuo hits this for 2 levels, hits this for 5. Sick.
I will regain my honor.
That was awesome. That was really sweet. It's exactly like we drew it up, huh? Get to do the thing right off the bat. You love to see it. We're full mulliganing here, looking for the bottom end of our curve against aggro.
Raise your weapon, Sunwood.
Now to see a game where we don't draw Yasuo. Why would you wish that upon me, Lambton? Why would I want to not draw Yasuo? See? Did you wish that upon me?
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
Wow, just no attacks. Deal.
Punish transgressions.
Punish transgressions.
The party has arrived.
Has arrived.
The glorious executioner. Stay safe. I'll take it from here. The sun's out. The crowd's ready. Let's
Clad in shining sunlight.
No open attacks are is really good for us. I would like to posit you would not have drawn Yasuo if I didn't say that, so I'd like to take credit for you drawing him this game. That's fair.
time for the moneymakers.
That's fair. Fair and reasonable.
No mercy for heretics.
Man, Battlecaster and Vision are just so good with jumpers.
Sleep for the guiltless.
Rules are made to be broken. Like buildings.
Or people.
You should try blinking sometime.
Am I okay trading these for this and this? I think I am.
I didn't do nothing. Trespassers.
All unbelievers will see the light.
That's an incredible draw. We're planning on turn 7 singular. Well, I don't think so.
Let's boogie.
Hope you brought friends.
The guilty will bear.
I think we're planning to singular will now. Maybe I'm supposed to stun Draven there.
I'm on the verge of something.
Yeah, now we're just dead, right? This block was probably bad. I probably should have just gone to 9. Yeah, I can kill Jinx, I guess. I think you misunderstood the context here, J-Wall. Vision feels bad to play against, is what the intention is there. So you're right, Vision is very good.
Fallen leaf.
Vision is a very feels bad card. 2 Singular Well and 2 Swiftfoot at the top end of this deck feels like it might be a bit much in terms of top end. Sunburst 2 I feel like some amount of this top end here is probably not. Yeah, a little bit too much junk in the trunk.
I salute you.
I only know greed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna trim. I think I'm gonna trim some of our top end here. We have Yone Wind Chaser too. You want to lean towards Singular Will? I don't know. I was kind of thinking Swiftfoot's better than Singular Will on average. Maybe I just split 1 and 1 here at the top end. This card, Sunburst, does not seem very useful. I don't know. I am not convinced either of these is better than the other, and I'm going to coward split them for the time being. We are not blocking warriors this game. Is Zenith Blade actually good here? What's your experience with Zenith Blade been in this deck, Niv? Has this been good for you? I feel like this is kind of an individually weak card. I don't really know that the Overwhelm seems super useful. You can just chain activate Daybreaks. I don't know. If you have leveled Leona and like Daylight out, you usually don't need the extra help. And we have Morning Light here, for example. I think if I want a card that's kind of crazy with Morning Light, with Leona, Morning Light's probably that card, right? Oh, this deck's not playing Dial-Up Dragon. That's a big miss. I forgot about that one. Yeah, this card's great, right? Let's get some of that in for a chunky top end. I like that. Replace the rest of the top end. I don't know about replace, but I love Mind Splinter. I don't know that Blade Twirler might be fine. I wouldn't mind another cheap card. Let's try this. The 1/3 stat line on Blade Twirler is also pretty decent in the aggro matchups. We aren't a full stun deck, but a 3/3 quick attack for 2 is a fine stat line, right? I feel like if you're getting 1 stun off, that card's suddenly above rate, right? You need a lot of them to make it, batshit crazy, but, to just be, marginally above average. One stun will do. Hecarim, Elise, Ionia. They're a harrowing combo deck. Could just be a fearsome deck, too. I think I have to just play this turn because of resource efficiency.
Daylight warms the heart and lights
So, it's most resource efficient to play Leona this turn. There's some incentive to playing Leona after Blade Twirler, though.
Raise your weapon, Sunwood.
Man, that's scary.
Follow the horizon. Punish transgressions.
And I understood what you meant, Benches.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Yeah, we're gonna take a big hit here. If they have the burst rate spell, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I agree, Martian. It's also kind of funny that like the changes we made to this deck in between this game and the last was we made a bunch of changes to drag the curve down a bit, and then we drew all of our top end. We might still be okay here.
The heavens.
Leona with Golden Sister to help us bridge the gap could get us through here. Zeebles is 2 power or less, so it doesn't do anything right now. Gosh, Beckerox, you don't know what Runeterra staple Sneaky Zeebles does. Should be embarrassed.
Oh, it's on.
This stun even lets Blade Twirler block this. I think the opponent messed up a bit by playing their Mist Wraith out. They probably should have opened attacks. Definitely just want to get defensive here. We've got a ton of beefy top end in our hand, so we just need to survive to get here. We get a double Vile Feast by Leona. Deal. Gosh, well now I want to level her, but I think I need to... I think I need to do this. That's probably accurate, Niv. Perhaps this card needs a stat line adjustment. Like maybe it's like a 4 mana 2/3 instead of a 5 mana 3/3. And that's one of the great things about Runeterra, right? Like they have so many different knobs they can twist when balancing things. Not just stuck with it. If they don't open attacks here, we get to Yone Wind Chaser them.
I have come for the unforgiven.
Then you get denied here. We get denied or notified. Getting a 6/6 down here is still good. Whale. Do I want to use this whale to this cascade to save this? I don't think so, actually. I think I want to save this in a pinch with my lifesteal. Yeah, I think I agree with that, Beckerox. I feel like our opponent has not used the priority system reasonably this game. Feels like they've assumed a more defensive role than they otherwise probably should have.
Your end is my duty.
Notify doesn't work on skills, right? Oh, is that true? Is it just spells? I think you might be correct. Dial-up Dragon feels real good here. I would love to burn your mana. Thank you for asking. Dragon, go brrr. Dial up dragon, like, levels Yasuo completely on its own, huh? Yeah, and you could recall it to redeploy it and have it stun other things. Yeah, and like, worth noting here that this Yasuo is nice, but we don't need it, right? Like, we were gonna win this game without drawing Yasuo. Do you have a deny? Alright, let's teach our opponent what open attacks looks like. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky. If this works, if they don't have a deal one here, yeah. Getting back up to 19 should lock this game up.
I follow only one path, my own. Death is like the wind.
Someone asked, why do we call the dragon dial-up dragon? Listen to its enter play noise, and all will be revealed. Oh, right, we obliterated one of their Hecarims. Right. I think we're still okay here. We'll see if our opponent fixes their attacking order. They need to order Hecarim last, because he's going to die when he deals damage. Okay, other opponent's probably newer to their deck and maybe to Runeterra. So this is... Oh, he's not leveling. Okay, it doesn't matter because he's not leveling. JK. I just assumed he was leveling. They actually haven't attacked with an Ephemeral Uni at this game.
Insolence. Believe or burn.
Play Recall and replay Dial-Up Dragon. They don't have anything in play worth stunning. I guess they technically have this. Yeah, like, this is not ephemeral, but, like...
Quick footwork, fast strikes.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Time for a leap of faith.
This levels when we recall an ally, too, which is great.
We will not suffer unbelievers.
Unbelievers.
Your turn.
If they have second Harrowing, we could be in trouble. They're technically dead to open attacks, though, so that's nice. They have interaction to stay alive plus second Harrowing. They could get us. Does Harrowing rally? No, Claire. So they have to have a card to stay alive in this combat, and then also a Harrowing next turn. They're choosing to kill this instead of this. That's interesting. Because their Hecarim's going to be leveled next turn is the scary part. I think we take the Traveler here, hoping to invoke the double Obliterate.
The heart and lights the way.
Oh! The other one would have been a guaranteed stun, because it would have been Leona or Yasuo. That's a good thought.
Each journey is a discovery.
We had a lot of good hits off of Traveler there. We had this one, we had the Obliterate 2 enemies, we had a few things. Okay, so their Hecarims are still gonna give plus attack here, but that's not really a big deal, right? Oh, actually, they're not, because they're not leveled yet, and Yasuo's going to 5 both of these. Nice. Sick. Ninja! Beat the old double Harrowing. Not bad, chat. Not bad. And then Dial-Up Dragon kills these next turn.
You cannot sway me.
You call that sneaky?
I'm just gonna keep my life total high here. Nice. So, as cute as they are, Zeebles were a little underwhelming there. We're gonna leave the pair of them in the deck for now. We're gonna leave the pair of them in the deck for now to see if there's spots where they come up useful, but so far there feels like there's a reason why that card hasn't seen play. Yasuo in general has been impressive though. I've been impressed with the configuration around him. We're just playing a lot of good cards that happen to stun. Pseudo Pally, thank you for the 3rd of a year. I really appreciate that Prime support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed this month with that. Lux Aesol, you say? I'm gonna mulligan these, looking for a more aggressive curve. This is a good start there, though. Perfect. Love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, chat. Real decks have curves.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics. Devotion to battle.
Devotion to battle. Can you prime sub on an iPhone? So, the only way you can prime sub on an iPhone is you have to open my Twitch page in your mobile browser and request the desktop version of the site and fumble through it that way. Apple's store policies don't allow you to give people money effectively through their app without giving Apple a cut. So you cannot prime sub directly in the mobile app on iOS.
Cannot sway me.
So Misguided Wizard in the sake of constructive discourse and dialogue, rather than just stating your opinion, can you help us understand why your opinion is what it is? So, for example, my opponents often come back and watch the stream when we play to see things from the other side, so I'd prefer people not just generically crap on the deck my opponent's playing. It's okay to critique the decks my opponents are playing, but help them understand why you're critiquing their thing.
The dawn has arrived.
I prefer this other thing, and this is why.
Bulwark against darkness.
Asol and Leona are both late game powerhouses. That's not true, right? Do you mean Asol and Lux? Perhaps you mean Lux there instead of Leona?
Bask in the light's radiance.
Lux, sure.
Never again will we fall to dragon fire.
And that's a great explanation, by the way, Misguided Wizard. I appreciate you taking the time to articulate your thoughts. And for the record, I'm inclined to agree with you. I think on average, I prefer Leona paired with Lux in this region combination for the reason that you just stated.
Daylight everlasting.
Solari control all that her warmth touches.
The sun's splendor revealed.
Yeah, we played Daybreak cards on 1, 2, 3, 4.
This was it.
I am so much more than any human. Die for me.
She's been lifting. We have a Pale Cascade here. That's rough. That's fine. I have another Leona and another Dayspear. It's technically a 2 for 2, right? Doesn't feel good, but we had a 2 for 2. Play a Lux for me, Daddy.
Daylight everlasting.
It's always sunny in Hoaglandia, chat.
Her warmth touches.
I like the opponent passing there. Onus is definitely on us to make a play.
A beacon in battle.
We just try and obliterate her. There's a chance they're playing Bastion.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
The odds are an unyielding deck. Feel like it's probably pretty low.
To honor the fallen.
This is also getting its challenger, so there's a good chance they have an Asol in hand.
The dawn has arrived. Behold the sun's holy light.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Prepare for battle.
Think I saved this. I think I just let this happen and then play Yasuo out.
Is a leap's only purpose to fall.
And then these two next turn is pretty good.
Raise your weapon sunward.
Sunlight blinds.
Yeah, next balance patch is next week. We'll get patch notes on Tuesday. And then it's always sunny in Hoaglandia, so normally you only get think I Bastion here. Hey, Otter, thanks for the quarter of year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. And then I think we just go ahead and do this here, because this levels Yasuo, which means, leveling Yasuo means that I get to not have it die to Final Spark. Do I want Written in the Stars here? Drawing another copy of either of my champions sounds really good.
A radiant blessing. The
So this stun will stun here. Which levels him. And now they have 2 blockers stunned, so they're gonna have a pretty good attack this turn. This deck's been really sweet. Easy highlight for the day. Yeah, Written in the Stars will be a stun either way. Who would you like to blast?
A beacon through the dust. Back, heretic.
We gonna hush this? You're just dead. Got it. Ha ha! What a stunning game.
Soul Invictus.
Yeah, it's something I should probably remind people of more often. Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime right now, which lots of people do, you get free wild card in this game. Yes, it seems fine.
It's a big responsibility.
It's definitely something, Nemesis. It's definitely
Ours is the one.
the voter turnout on both sides of this election are historic numbers, which is really kind of terrifying to think about.
My faith protects me. Burn away,
I don't think I want to put 2 damage on this. I think that's probably upside for them, so I'm just going to attack them for 3.
If I kill you, I don't fortunes.
Okay, that's a punish for not attacking. I have two small children. My jokes are usually on point. We are more than qualified to make the dad jokes.
Light guide you, my brethren.
Not guaranteed to deal with the Kench, but 3 small children. I have one. Technically, Haley's a baby. Listen, chat. I'll get used to saying 3 eventually. How do I feel about playing this so I can Pale Cascade in combat here? I think I'm into it. Because even if they play Kench here, like, they're blocking with Kench into my Pale Cascade is, like, fine for us, I think.
This is outrage.
Closer, friend.
There is assistant. This is outrage. There is assistant. You pay first.
This is why the eye is bad. You've only switched to Runeterra for a couple of months. You've already forgotten how to count. I don't require a menu.
Put me in, Tommy boy.
Oh, I'll be happy to accommodate, Pablo.
Pablo?
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Yeah, I don't know that we beat Astral Protection here. I suppose if they don't have a Bastion, we could be okay here because of the Meteor.
Appetizers of plenty.
We have 8 mana total here.
Unyielding light.
Obliterate gives us our unit back, yeah. It's only if he's silenced do you not get your units back. Got 2 thumbs and concede to a Hush here. Or a Bastion. I agree, Claire. A setting in, a checkbox in the settings to let you press OK for your burst spells to resolve would be much appreciated. Big agree. Blade Twirler's probably not great to open on either here. I'm going to keep the Daybreaker and hope for some other pieces to fit in the curve around it. It's not amazing, but fine. We're attacking on evens at least here, so like playing this on 2 and attacking with it right away is fine.
Clad in shining
This card's kind of fun with Blade Twirler.
scorching light.
Left one of these in here as a cheeky card. This card's also good against Field Rush. No Twitter for you. What a smart individual. Do I want to get a champion or do I want to have this for later? I think I want the Traveler for later. The bigger invoke off this could be really useful. If I open on Leona and they play Trundle, I don't get to attack. So I think I open on attacks. Because of the possibility of Trundle. Getting a redraw at Falling Comet's also great here. Against Tryndamere Trundle.
These are troll lands.
So, if I Leona here, it stuns this, but they're going to get to level him next turn. I feel like I want to save Falling Comet for something bigger than him, especially with the Mind Splinter in hand.
Dawn has arrived.
So I think I just stun him this turn.
Glory will unite the heavens. The sun's splendor revealed.
Oh, I don't have Daybreak yet, so this doesn't quite level her. That's sad. I think it's still the play.
Warriors of the Raharaka, time is now.
To follow you, I am the bulwark against darkness.
shimmer in your boots. We can technically singular will next turn.
This'll take the chill off.
That lets me stun something. I think I want to punch them this turn, huh?
Planets align.
I think I'm gonna do this. We'll stun this. We'll get a decent attack in. Rude.
Blessings from the sun.
This means I can't singular will next turn, but they also can't go hard next turn, so I think that's fine. Yeah, I probably want to save the will for Feel the Rush, is accurate.
I'll knock 'em dead. This is gonna be fun.
Do we miss free damage on Pillar? I definitely did.
One smack'll do.
Conspirator picking back up Concussive Palm has been great. Ruination resolves. This should be dying next turn though. Ice Quake. Alright. Ain't even mad. So now we can kill this anyway, so our missed attack last turn doesn't really matter. I guess it would be dead already if I had attacked it last turn.
Devotion through battle. My blade grows restless.
Dial it up, chat!
Ready for a beatdown.
But Jeff, that card's unbeatable. Yep. So I've been told. Come on, play an Ice Pillar to soft pass. Actually, play a unit out. So that way you can't replay your stuff. I mean, even if they open attacks, I just get to Concussive Palm and we're still fine. So, like, I think we're, like, no matter how we slice this, we're gonna... Are we gonna get them with hand size? We're gonna get some of them with hand size, yeah. So, the problem here is, with this soft pass, they're going to... So they'll keep... Tryndamere, Trundle, and the 2, and then those will get wiped away. I think we just Comet here. I actually think we're waiting on this. Like, getting Atrocity there to kill this dragon is, like, really good for us, right?
light warms the heart and lights the way. Turn anew.
All right, and now I just do this, right? I do this here, and it lets me pick this back up. And then, like, even though they get to redeploy Trundle, like, I have concussive bombs to, like, not die in a combat as well. Or do I save this for the second field rush? If I do this and they play second field rush, how do I feel? That's true. I can do this. Yeah, this is definitely the right first play attack and see what they do. How are we winning though? We'll draw Yasuo at some point.
Who would face me?
Everything worked out better than expected. Bye, friends.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Eyes to meet you. Ha! For the thrill of battle.
True power requires restraint.
This is gonna be fun.
Please, Yasuo.
I follow only one path, my own. Follow the wind, watch your back.
When your opponent plays Field Rush and then has to immediately Ruination afterwards. I was gonna smack him for 3.
Fall. Scorching light.
Warriors of the Raharak, our time is now.
We'll follow.
The Warriors of the Rahahaha, our time is now. This is their last Tryndamere, right? I'm pretty sure that's their last Tryndamere.
Raharak, march. King of Trolls coming through.
They make the most adorable noise. They make the most adorable noise, chat. They usually don't play Harrowing, TDM. Sure. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to Pale Cascade to save my cuties. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to save the elusive there.
Smasher, get ready for a beatdown.
Second atrocity is something I need to worry about.
One smack'll do.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Warm hearts and hot soups.
They have 19, I have 19.
My faith protects me.
How aggressive do I get here? Is the answer pretty aggressive? I think I just play Yone, right? I think if they ruinate this board, I'm okay with that. They only have one Trundle left in their deck.
This is gonna be fun.
That's brutal. Actual factual. They redrew their Ice Quake. That feels real bad.
The blade above all. Face your fate.
Well, to be fair, those were Trundle spell Ice Quakes. I think I just play these to deal 4.
Discipline and conviction.
Yeah, that was a Trundle Ice Quake.
Believers will see that.
Yeah, I don't think it's right to play around that. I think I'm happy with my play. It feels bad, but it is what it is. We're in an okay spot. Not guaranteed to win, but not just gonna lose either. That's very good. Please play an Ice Pillar.
It's always cold in the Freljord.
The power of the immortal sun. Behold the sun's holy.
What round is this? I don't think there's a turn counter, but yeah, it's been a long game.
Down.
Oh, round 18. It does show at the start of the round. Good call. Nice. Best draw on the deck.
Solari control all that her warmth touches.
All that her warmth touches. Is it too aggressive to concussive palm proactively here? I don't think it is. I think I want to... Really? You think it is? So, like, they're going to 15. I can palm this. I can hook the pillar. I'm definitely not using 2. I want to use 1 palm. I think we palm this. I get to hook the pillar. They block a 5.
This is gonna be fun. Missing Ray.
It's a second or third Leona. I don't remember. Sure, deal. Yes, we can palm into Dragon Trigger Nightfall. Elusive unit's good too.
I'll knock 'em dead. One smack'll do. This is gonna be fun.
Sunlight lines.
got me. Do you worry about the third field rush? No, it only gets one Trundle. They did make board space for us. God, this game was great. Just really, really fantastic. I think we open here, right? And see what happens. I think I want to redraw the invoke here. Deal. Is this gonna be a Zeebel's lethal, chat? I think it's gonna be a Zeebel's lethal. Ah! The Zeebels were so close! And this is the part where they top deck Atrocity and kill us, right? Although I guess these trade. No, they're gonna hook this with the pillar.
One smack will do.
Try to leave a dent. Ever vigilant.
Is it crazy to block with Leona here? That's probably crazy, right? I don't have any Daybreak left in my hand, though. I definitely need to block with something, I think. I'm just gonna put this in front of it. There we go. There's that finisher we were looking for.
Ice to meet. Ha!
I don't know, this is probably lethal.
Nothing's tougher than a shield.
What an incredible game to end on. What an incredible game to end on.
Daylight everlasting.
This deck is gas. This is gonna be a new favorite, I think. That was great. I like where we ended up at. Yeah, the comments were great. There's a lot of like really sweet. The deck list on Mobalytics is not currently accurate. I'm gonna export this latest one. The one on Mobalytics is where we started. Yeah, like. Yeah, the invoke, like, it just had a lot of neat little ticks in it, right? Like, there was the various invoke cards felt good. The Daybreak package felt very good at staying alive. Mind Splinter, such an excellent piece of top end to pair with Yasuo. Like, this is the first deck I've ever played Yasuo in where I didn't feel embarrassed when we didn't draw Yasuo. Yeah, Niv, this card was subtly very, very good. Like, being able to pick back up Concussive Palm was consistently stellar. Being able to rebuy Priestess, being able to rebuy Stuns was good. So, Zeebels was okay there at the end, but I think my one last change I would make is I would cut Zeebles and get the third Conspirator back in here. Yeah, Conspirator's synergy with Palm and Priestess was really, really good. Zeebles might be okay against this card aggro. I don't know. You just get visioned in response to Zeebles' trigger and get blown out, Innuendo. So, like, I don't know. It could be okay there. Yeah, I think a cheeky Zeebles is fine. I think this mix of top end is much better than where we started. We started with a lot of those really expensive cards. I think the one singular will is fine. I think this is sweet against Feel the Rush. But I think I like this is just a more individually powerful card. I think this is probably the only bad card that really needs Yasuo to feel good. But this card's also very good with Blade Twirler as well. Like, this can let you basically combo kill with Blade Twirler on the right board. The Morning Light. I think the cheeky Morning Light is fine. This is a card that really lets you leverage your aggressive starts with the Daybreak to randomly kill people, so I think that's okay. One card I could see that we're not playing that might be worth fitting in, but I'm not 100% sure what to cut offhand without putting some thought into it. The lack of Hush in here might be wrong. Like, getting a pair of these into here could be okay, and like maybe Hush, the utility on Hush is better than what this card does. Like, this would give us another cheap way to like pop opposing spell shields when people are like bastioning, or like the Raka Kench matchup felt hard, and I think Hush could perhaps help that. So yeah, this was really sweet. Easy deck of the day. The last game was absurd. Easily going to be one of the ones that I highlight. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate it. To all of the subs and resubs today, thank you to all of you. Wouldn't be here without you. Remember, if you're interested in seeing more of my content, you can find a ton of it up on YouTube. I play 2 different Runeterra decks every single day. This deck, like many of the awesome gems we discovered here on the channel, this was a viewer submission we started with. So you have a sweet deck that you'd like to see optimized a little bit on stream for a $25 donation. I'd love to take a crack at that, get it added to the deck queue, and it'll be played at some point in the future. I'll be back with more Runeterra tomorrow morning. I'm here every single day, Monday through Friday, doing Runeterra stuff. I'll be back this evening as well. I do variety stuff in the evening. We're going to be continuing our playthrough of Bastion tonight. Did I get an editor recently? What's going on there? No, I have just figured out quicker ways to do editing and generate thumbnails. So for example, I like